context, in 2019, in the first Trump administration, there was about $19 million of federal contracts with DEI language attached to them. Last year, the Biden-Harris administration, that number was $1 billion. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
What we're trying to do is to ensure that every customer, every associate feels welcome here to shop and to feel like they belong.
Follow the money. Welcome back, everybody. 41 minutes after the hour now. The rise of DEI in domains both public and private over the last 4 years is sure to get plenty of pushback in the upcoming second Trump administration. So we wondered tonight what to make of the changes on the horizon. Let's discuss that with board-certified medical doctor Houman Hemmati and Alliance Defending Freedom President and CEO Kristen Waggoner. Kristen, I want to begin with you. I want to get your reaction to the vice president describing equity. Sometimes people, they confuse equality and equity. Listen to what she has to say. Get your reaction on the other side.
We are proud of the fact that equity is one of our guiding principles. Proud of the fact that we understand equality is important, but not everybody starts out on the same base. So it sounds like it might be right, everyone gets an equal share and then they should compete and the best thing will win. But that assumes everyone starts out on the same base. Equity takes into account that may not be the case.
Takes into account that might not be the case, but it also doesn't take into account it's deeply unfair for people who say, I don't know, they live in Appalachia, they're white, and they didn't start on third base either. There's some real problems with this. Your thoughts?
There is. I mean, this whole idea of equity is rooted in DEI, which fuels the problem that it claims to solve. It is breeding essentially division among Americans, angst and hostility, and then it weaponizes that against the American people. Again, I think Americans are using and hearing buzzwords like unity or inclusivity, and we're seeing more and more that this is just an ideological agenda that is being force-fed down Americans' throats, and we've had enough. I think the election demonstrates that, and we're ready to see change and a return to viewpoint diversity and equal opportunity, which is not the same thing as equity.
Dr. Houman, listen, discrimination by any other phrase or term is still unfair. Your thoughts?
Kevin, when we say to people that they're succeeding because of their skin color, because of their background, because of their identity, we're insulting people who have legitimately earned what they have. And at the same time, we're telling people that we're going to hold them back because of their background, because of what they look like, because of who they think they are. That's not why I came to this country. That's not why my parents and I fled Islamic fundamentalism in Iran and came here when I was 3 with absolutely nothing to work hard and get what we have. We came here because this is a country where you earn what you have and where anyone has the ability to succeed. And by telling anyone that that is not true, destroys the American dream and robs people of it. Yeah, robbery by way of low expectations. Let me share some woke headlines. Get your thoughts on these. Kristen, to you. This is from the College Fix. Biden-Harris administration, NSF spent over $2 billion imposing DEI on scientific research, according to a Senate report. And the Washington Examiner saying HHS spent $911 million on COVID-19 propaganda. House report finds. All I can say to that is wow, but I guess you'll have more than that to say about it.
Well, I do. I think that we want to see our taxpayer dollars being used for innovation and fostering good business, not for indoctrination. And the Biden-Harris administration used our taxpayer dollars to fuel an ideology that's corrosive to the American people. We as Americans, regardless of what our vocation, have the opportunity to stand up in this moment, to return to fundamental principles, to insist that our government officials treat all people as individuals, not based on group identities, but give equal opportunities and reject this type of censorship, and to do the same in business, which is one of the reasons why we have a resource called Rethinking DEI, so that business owners can return to smart and healthy business models.
Dr. Houman, 20 seconds.
I agree with what she just said. You know, basically, when you look at COVID spending, for example, on propaganda, Gavin Newsom, the state of California, spent $170 million for just one state on advertisements to convince people to stay home or wear a mask, things that they could have done for absolutely free. And with the NSF, as someone who's a scientist, I'm insulted by spending that kind of money that should have been earmarked to actually conducting real science. And I think hopefully this next administration will take a sharp pivot, erase that kind of spending, and spend our money where it's supposed to be.
Have the most impact, to say the least. Dr. Houman Hemmati, Kristen Waggoner, thank you both for joining us tonight. I appreciate your time.